We're documenting it, we're putting it in the minutes that they failed again. In addition to that, not only have they failed in regard to the annual report, they purchased a property next door and have moved their official place of business to be next door in this building over here. So their administrative structure now is in this building next door. Have they requested an amendment to their charter to do that? No, they have not. Again, in our opinion, violations of the charter school law. We've notified them of that fact. And if they choose not to seek the amendment, when we renew in the future, that will be something for you to consider whether they should be renewed. And in addition to any other violations that come up between that time. So that's what we're doing. We're documenting their deficiencies, putting it in the minutes, and reflecting that. Okay? Because that's your jurisdiction to do it. Going on to the second item is we have received an amendment to the contract from Voices for Independence concerning the purchase. Oh, did you? Oh, I'm sorry.
We do have a motion and a second, and we have a little discussion about that. So, all in favor? Of
Aye.
the-
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay.
Sorry, I thought I did too. Second item is the Voices for Independence. We did receive an amendment to the contract to change the settlement date from June 17th to July 29th, and also indicates that if the zoning approval, which is pending before the Milk Retention Zoning Hearing Board, is denied, then the contract will be terminated and the money be refunded to Voices for Independence. So I recommend we approve that amendment to the contract.
So moved. Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
The last item is that we, as the board, has received a report from Attorney Weichler in regard to compliance with board policy. And we received right to know requests in regard to that report. And in order to release the report, you would have to waive the attorney-client privilege that you are entitled to concerning that report. In order for the report to be released, you have to waive the privilege. So if you want to waive the privilege and release the report, you would seek approval. If you don't want to release the report or waive the privilege, then there's no action necessary to be taken.
Okay. So I'll take a motion.
I move for the approval. Second.
To waive the privilege. Just
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Any discussion? No? Okay. I'll take, hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Opposed.
Thank you. Motion carries.
That's all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Remarks, Erie County Tax Collection Commission, Mr. O'Toole?
We didn't have a meeting this month. The next meeting is in August.
Okay. Thank you. Northwest Tri-County Intermediate Unit, Ms. Reese?
As far as we go, there was one vote that we had to hold on because for funds, because there was a meeting supposedly being held the day after. But other than that, it was kind of quiet. So not a lot to report.
Quiet is good.
Quiet is good.
Okay, 12.03 Erie County Tech School. I attached the meeting of May 26th as part of the board docs. One thing, we had one student, John Patterson from Milford, received a $250 scholarship award. He was in the drafting and design program. Kudos to Mr. Patterson. And got the replacement treasurer in there for 2016. And we talked a little bit about facility. And one of their main air conditioners up there, a multi-zone AC1 they call it, is ready to fall apart. So they're going to want to change that for the fall. And I think it's a $250,000 change out. So they had to do some scrambling one way there were a lot of issues last winter with rooms being cold and all that, so it just goes, you know, at some point, the board's going to have to address Erie County Tech needs when they operate, so that's just part of it. So I didn't go to the one last Thursday. I was going to have it here, so I'll have a report on that next time. And as always, there's a link to the meetings and minutes that I've attached. So, thank you. Okay. Down to 12.04, school board members.
Yes, I have a couple to consider. There was an article, Letters to the Editor, currently a representative of Erie Times News has gone, but I'd like to make this public, that on April 27, 2016, I wrote a note to all school board directors, president, Sitter, relative to my questioning of the legality of having the solicitor put into the deed of public property that the property will not be sold to a charter school. And you could ask through the right to know for my correspondence. On, let's see, Tuesday, June 7th, there was an article, Letters to the Editor, by Christian Wheaton, who is the husband of the former school board president, Judy Wheaton. And he asked, you know, as a public comment, Aliota should explain the comment made at a meeting. My comment was that if you deny a certain individual corporation the right to purchase property, that would be akin, or for instance, as I stated at the May 23rd school board meeting, that would be akin to me putting into my deed in our home that we will not sell to a certain ethnic group, or a certain individual, or a certain corporation, or something. So apparently Mr. Wheaton misinterpreted, and this is confirmed by Ms. McClintock when she wrote relative to the email correspondence. She says, yes, that's what Mr. Aliota said. So it was a misinterpretation of Mr. Wheaton relative to what I said at the meeting. Thank you. Two more things. I'm glad that Chris is in the audience. Last week I attended a 2-day symposium on PA School Education Foundation symposiums. You should have gone there, Chris. I'll tell you, it was enlightening to say the least. What they did is they went over the legality between a foundation and a school district, and I could share this with any school board director. The PSBA has put out a brilliant booklet paper. This was presented to the Pennsylvania legislators sometime in the past 2 months. And it's a meaningful change under the Every Student Succeeds Act. This is replacing the No Child Left Behind. There's so many holes in that particular federal program, and now there are some holes in the Every Student Succeeds Act. I would strongly suggest that parents read up on this particular act from the federal government, because every time the federal government gets involved, something gets messed up. There's mandates that come down, but yet there's no money attached to those